dominating on the ground. Dwyer, scrambled kick. North doing it all under pressure. Green, Buckenara, Lester Smith, Wallace. Oh, brilliant. He's having a big quarter. Platten, held when not in possession. And he can line them up and join the goal-kicking orgy. 40 metres out directly in front. The margin is 30 points. Now it's 36. Oh, the Hawks look so formidable. 13 scoring shots to 2 in 20 minutes. Speaks for itself.
Greg Deere versus McCann. McCann wins it, but it's going nowhere. Wallace, one arm held and the other hand stretched out, so Wallace takes the free kick, killing him in the middle. Lester Smith made a brilliant run from half back out to the wing, plays on around that wing, looking for Kennedy or anyone who might be there. It's Curran. Curran caught that very well. Curran, a long way out in the half-forward flank, whips into Platten. Oh, and Platten was running at 100 miles an hour. The impact of that ball must have been enormous, but Platten just grabbed hold of it. Almost went straight through him. Brilliant pass from Curran. And Platten kicking for his second goal in as many minutes. The Hawks lead by 6 goals. Now it's 7. Fantastic work by Platten and Peter Curran. The Hawks simply at their best.
The Hawks simply at their best. They led by 49 points at quarter time. They had the advantage of the wind, but this didn't help North in the second quarter, and the Hawks led by 53 points still at the half-time break. North weren't able to fight back, and the final result saw Hawthorn victors by 60 points. Major goal kickers for the Hawks, Brereton and Curran with 4 each, Buckenara, Kennedy and Platten 3 apiece. And for North Melbourne, Glendenning, Cracker, Jim Cracker, brother Phil out at the moment, and Spargo 3 goals apiece. It was fitting that the Hawks should win for their skipper, Michael Tuck, on the day when he joined football's most illustrious group, the 300 Club. Tuck joins recently retired greats Don Scott, Lee Matthews and Kelvin Moore, who also wore the brown and gold into battle on 300 occasions. And the Hawthorn Football Club takes such occasion very seriously. When Lee Matthews played his 300th, on the day Tuck played his 250th, Coach Alan Jeans invited the then Chairman of Selectors, John Kennedy, to address the players pre-match. He did the same thing when Kelvin Moore achieved the distinction. Yesterday, Kennedy was coaching the opposition. Tuck told Tim Lane after the game at Princes Park that it was jokingly considered that the tradition be continued.
Well, actually, Alan Jeans was saying that he asked him, but he was a little bit tied up, so they thought I might go over to John's room, save him coming over here.
But obviously the Hawks, in getting Peter Knights to speak, do celebrate an occasion like this and treat it quite seriously.
Oh yes, because Peter was down there when I first started, and he's a very respected player around the club, and I was honoured that he spoke for the club on the club's behalf.
Well, you must be enjoying it. Are you enjoying your footy as much as you ever have?
I am actually. That's sort of probably might be helping me. I hope I'm doing it right, I'm not sure, but the Thursday nights I'm looking forward to Saturdays, which is probably good. So if you feel that keen all the time and you want to play, that's half the battle. I think if it turns in a bit of a grind, I think you lose your incentive in that. So I'm quite happy at the moment.
There were those who felt over the last couple of years in particular you were looking just a little battle weary. Were you ever feeling that way?
I wasn't feeling that way, but my form wasn't real good, but I don't think it was real bad. But some days was quite good and some days just absolutely terrible. So I was more inconsistent, where I've got to try to be more consistent this year. But it was probably, well, being given the captain this year might be a new incentive for me, and a bit more, not pressure so much, but a responsibility to do a bit for the club. And they've been very good to me, so I try to put a bit back into them now because I haven't got much longer to go.
Well, it's been a great career with many thrills here at Hawthorn, a strong club right through the period, really, you've played with them. You've never really shown the excitement as much as some of the more flamboyant types do. Has there been any moment that really stands out, or a couple?
Oh, probably in the first game, and even remember the first practice game I played against the senior side, and you're standing at the back then. When I was younger at Berwick, I could take a good mark, but Peter Knights was standing in front of me, and I thought, oh, you don't do that to senior players like Peter Knights. So little things like that. It was just good experience to start, and now the grand finals have been fantastic, and things like that in general have been very good, really. And just being involved in the club and being a consistent player, which I think I got a bit of respect from the people around the club, which is good, and I got respect for them too, so which is all right.
A great career and a great fellow.